What's going on YouTube? Tony back with another video, and today, I guess this technically falls in the discovery realm of video on my channel. So everybody's stuck in the house. Dallas has given out its self-quarantine ordinance, and surrounding counties has followed suit. So can't really go anywhere outside the house. But I still wear my fragrances. So I constructed a list of fragrances that I typically wear when I'm sitting at home, whether I'm just lounging, me and the wife kind of having a chill time with watching movies and things of that nature, or I'm just wrestling around on the floor with the boys. Either of those scenarios, I'm still wearing fragrances. I just typically don't wear any one of the expensive fragrances, and two fragrances that aren't super performing fragrances. So I'm not transferring scent to the couch and blankets and things of that nature, and not giving the wife headaches. I want to make this a quick video, so let's just get right into it. Coming in at number 10 is one from the House of Guerlain, and it's called Eau Cologne Imperial. Now this scent typically I put on right after a shower. So imagine it's hot summer day, we're going to be lounging, I take a shower in the morning, I spray this on right after. Not necessarily a nighttime fragrance, not a bedtime fragrance or anything like that. This is not a sexy date night type fragrance, just a clean, uplifting citrus. Not going to get a great deal of performance out of this either. This lasts about an hour and a half, 2 hours, and it's totally gone. But spray that on throughout the day. Again, uplifting, great in very high heat scenarios. Now coming in at number 9 is a scent that my wife actually picked out for me. She really likes the way this one smells, and I typically wear it around her when we're just chilling watching movies, and this is Gucci Guilty. Now this one I know takes a lot of flack in the community for not being a very good fragrance. To me, it's not that bad. I'm not crazy about the smell itself, especially off the sprayer, but I really like how it smells in the dry down, more so. And the perfumer on this was, actually it's a very good perfumer. I can't remember his name right off the bat, but he's the same perfumer that did a lot of the Mugler fragrances, if not all of the Mugler fragrances. So, and those are pretty popular in the community. He also did this one, so I don't think it's as bad as people say. My wife really likes it. Again, date night, nighttime scenarios. I think this works. Gucci Guilty. Now another inexpensive but good fragrance comes from the House of Mont Blanc, and it's Star Walker. Now this is actually pretty unique to me as well. This features the note of bamboo, so it's a very soft, woody scent, but the bamboo note in it really smooths it out and gives it a unique take on a manly woody scent. Very smooth, very elegant. To me, this is more of a dressed up fragrance, and I actually do sometimes wear this to the office, but there's a soothing quality to it as well, which is why probably I pull this out mostly when I'm at home, just kind of hanging out, just because I love the calming effect that it has, and it's called Star Walker. Now next up on the list is from the House of Perry Ellis. I'm going to go out on a limb and say this is probably the best Perry Ellis that I've smelled. It's called Simply M. This is an odd looking bottle. I have no idea what they were trying to accomplish with this. Asymmetrical something, I don't know. Fail. This is often compared to Chanel's Allure Homme. To me, this one is spicier and a little more powdery. But they do have a similar vibe to them. This is definitely a date night scenario scent. It comes across sexy, sweet, sexy, spicy. Perry Ellis M. You're gonna look for anything from Perry Ellis. I'll start here. Now, number 6 on this list is a scent from a house that's known for, I guess, underperforming fragrances. And this is no exception. This is called Artisan. Now, this I actually bought to be a replacement to my signature scent. Great in high heat, warm weather, citrus based. I was crazy about, I went through an orange phase for some reason, so I really like the note of orange. The orange in here is not going to be authentic orange. It's going to be an artificial smelling orange, but to me it still smells good. The orange in this mixed with the white florals that it has, maybe orange blossom neroli, one of those two, I can't remember, just comes across really well and smells better in the air than it does if you put your nose up to your skin. Gotten a lot of compliments right after I sprayed this and left the house. Just get notices for some reason, and I think it's just because it does smell better in the air than it does close up. All in all, I really like the way it smells. Again, gonna be artificial, but a good one from John Varvatos, artisan. Now, number 5 on this list is from Original Penguin, and it's Premium Blend. And this in 2016 or 17, somewhere in around there, actually got Fragrance of the Year when it was released. Not very complex or anything like that. It's just, I think the artificial notes, the chemicals that make up the scent kind of subside, and it actually gets into what it's supposed to smell like. A solid option, and for the price point, not for a bad time to smell clean, and this one is a good clean. Coriander, I think, is the star note in this, if I'm not mistaken. Premium Blend from Original Penguin. At number 4 is one of my favorites, and well, it's the only guest fragrance I have, and it's called Seductive. Now, judging by the name, they were going for sexy. It's sweet, I will say that. Sexy, I don't know, but to me this has if you ever opened up a box of Fruity Pebbles and smelled the inside, the cardboard, it smells like that. And that's maybe just a scent memory that I have. So I don't know if they hit the mark on sexy, but it does smell good. And if you don't mind smelling like a box of Fruity Pebbles, which I don't, this one would be one to look at. It's sweet. I'm not sure what's adding the sweetness. I would guess that it may be maybe some tonka or something like that, making it sweet. But a good smelling fragrance. I was surprised with that one. Again, I don't wear it a ton, but I do reach for it when I am lounging at the house, because it doesn't project out. It doesn't give the wife a headache. And when you get close, you're going to get a treat, a Fruity Pebble treat. Coming in at number 3, we're going to go back to the house of John Varvatos, and this is one of their best offerings, and it's called simply John Varvatos. Now this one is leather and plum. Again, John Varvatos is known for kind of underperforming for fragrances, but for indoors, date night scenarios, this thing is perfect. To me, it smells unique as well. I think there's Marlin and Goats has one. I can't think of the name of it right off the bat, but it smells similar to this. Has plum and leather in it. Dark something. It's gonna eat me up. I don't know. I can't remember. It was from Marlin and Goats. It's dark something or another. Has a very similar vibe to this. This smells like something that can come from the Tom Ford house to me. I don't know. There's just something that's elegant and upscale about it. Really like that one. Again, unique. Not crazy on the performance. It'll last 4 or 5 hours, I think, on your skin, but good all the way through in my opinion. Now, coming in at number 2 is a fragrance that is one of the jewels in my collection, and I wish I had worn it more. It's actually my scent of the day, and it smells really nice. A couple hours in, this is from YSL, and it's called M7. And I'm going to give you a close-up, because if you can see, it's getting cloudy. It starts to have sediment in it. It hasn't affected the smell just yet, but I'm wishing I would have worn it more often. I was kind of savoring it because it's discontinued. You can't really find these anywhere anymore. And even on eBay, I haven't seen any on eBay. And when they were on eBay, they were like sky high. I lucked up and found this in a hole in the wall in the mall and paid retail for it, but it beat the eBay price. Anyway, this is oud and citrus. Just a very elegant fragrance. Right now I'm kind of in the dry down mid to the base. Just a beautiful, unique scent from YSL in the mind of Tom Ford back when he was creative director of YSL. Not a lot of oud-based fragrances on the market at the time that this thing was released, and now they're everywhere. So foresight for Mr. Tom Ford. Very unique. I'm probably going to try to wear the mess out of this coming up, being stuck in the house, one, and then two, if we ever get back to the offices, I'll be wearing this to the office too, because again, it still smells like it did when I first bought it, but I'm worried. As you can see, it's getting cloudy. And coming in at number one that I always reach for on rainy days, stuck in the house. It smells clean. It smells a little different than most of your clean base fragrance, and this is called Presence from Mont Blanc. Another fragrance from them that I think is just criminally underrated. I can't think of anything that this smells like as far as fragrances are concerned. What this does give me is a soapy vibe, with spice up top, ginger and cinnamon. Just beautiful off the sprayer. Dries down to this tonka bean and sandalwood scent. Just a very good fragrance from Mont Blanc. I think Mont Blanc has some very good fragrances that for whatever reason hit the bargain bins really quickly, and they don't get a lot of praise in the community. But this is one is a go-to when I'm indoors, specifically lounging around the house, out of the shower, things of that nature. So if you haven't smelled that one, get your nose on it. Mont Blanc Presence. That's it for this list, guys. Tell me what you guys are wearing while you're stuck in the house on quarantine, and guess I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.